We're holding Daf Yud Aleph on the top, Uben Bagbag. The Gemara asks Uben Bagbag, what does he do with the Kal V'chemer? So the Gemara answers that he uses that the Kal V'chemer is not good. Why? Because Simfin, Avadim Leslie, he does not accept that there is a claim of Simfin with regards to Avadim. Imu Mishabagali, who, why? Because if it's exposed woman that the master found on the slave, he sees it and he purchased them regardless. And even if it's talking about hidden blemishes of the slave, so my nafka mine, what's the nafka mina? He needs him only for work, and he doesn't care if he has hidden blemishes. Nimtza ganav oy kuv justus. If even if the slave is discovered to be a thief, or let's say a kuv justus is like a gambler, which are considered hidden mumim that affect his work, higiu, and has come to him. The slave is acquired by the one who purchased him, and the transaction is not refundable. The reason is that the buyer should have suspected behavior of this kind, which is common amongst avadim, and therefore he suffers the loss. My amris. So what do you say? Perhaps he discovered that the slave is an armed robber, and he's subject to be killed by the government, or he's sentenced to death by the government for another reason. Hanu called it isluhu. Now, it's also not a valid claim because these matters are the public know about it, and therefore he's assured to have taken the risk into consideration. Someone asks, let us see. Ben Lamar la Ochli. According to the one Yonis ben Bagwan, according to the other Bidvim Sira, this daughter of a non-Kayin, which is Mekadesh's Kayin, may not partake of Truma midrabanan. So he says, my Benai, what's the difference between both of them? And our answer is, the difference between them involves three cases. Kibel, if the husband initially accepted her blemishes, so there's no concern that there'll be like an annulling factor that might lead to the nullification of the Kidushin. There's still concern that she might feed Truma to the members of her household. Masar, if her father transferred her to the Kidushin, if the father transferred her to the husband's shliach, or v'halach, or if the father shliach walked with the husband's shliach, and therefore she is no longer in her father's house, there's no concern that she might feed her family members Truma, but it remains possible that the Kidushin will be nullified. Okay, the Gemara now returns to the halacha of the Mishnah. The Mishnah says that if the kesef v'shamay emir b'dinner, finally, when my benayu, my tamaya de v'shamay, what's the reason of v'shamay? Amar Zir says she can hisha makbadas al asma, because a woman is particular about herself and considers it's beneath her dignity to be acquired with a less than the son. Excuse me. And therefore she will not agree to be Mekudeshes or less than a dinner. Abai says, if this is true, what if you have, let's say, the daughters of a, if you were worried about the honor, so if people are particular about their honor, so they'll not agree to be Mekudeshes with less than 3 kav of dinner due to their status. So you're going to say that if she reaches, let's say the Rabbi Yanai's daughters, if she reaches out her hand and accepts one dinner from another man, so too, that's not a good Kiddushin. So later, Zir says, Tabaya, Pashti Yoda V'Kibla Kamina. I did not say that this halacha includes a case where she reached out her hand and accepted the Kiddushin. Ki Kamina, what am I talking about? The Katshe B'Leila, whereas Mugadesh is the night, and she not see what she's being given. Hinami, the Shavar Shliach, alternatively, where she appointed a Shliach to be Kadisher, but they did not explicitly tell how much she wished to receive from her Kiddushin. In these cases, it's assumed that she is particular about the honor and she will not agree to the Kiddush for less than 1 dinner. Rabbi Yosef says, the reason of Bishama is like Rabasi, the Rabbi Marasi, called Kesavim Matera, Kesatsuri. Every sum of money mentioned in the Torah is like a Tarian coin, dinners from Ter, which have a high value. And any amount of Rabbanan is Kesef Medina is a local currency. That which existed at the time of the Chacham of the Mishnah was worth about 1/8 of the value of the Tyrian coin. Shammai follows the standard sum of the Torah, and the smallest possible amount of currency is a silver coin, which is worth 1 dinner. Is this really a klal? But with regards to the claim that someone has returned a, let's say, a deposit or a loan, when the defendant admitted that only part of the claim is true, right? The pasuk says, if a man deliver to his neighbor money or vessels to guard and stolen. So the pasuk teach that if a thief is not found, the case is brought to Beis Din, or the defendant must take a shvuah. Now, tonight we learned in the Mishnah with regards to one who admits part of the claim, shvuah said the yanim, the oath administered by the yanim, to whom who admits to part of the claim is administered only when a tainish de keser, the claim is for at least 2 silver months. In regards to Hidah, it has to be at least Shava Pruta. If every sum of money mentioned in the Torah is referring to a Tyrian coin, how did the Chacham arrive at the amount of 2 manas in this case? So where it says, no, it's different. Hasam there, Dumi the Kilim has to be converted to Kilim, Ma Kilim Shnaim, just the Kilim is 2, Af Keser Shnaim, a Ma Keser Davar Chashav, and so too, and just as money is a significant item, Af Kilim is Davar Chashav. So Mara asks, how do Meiser, what we know in regards to Meiser, this is Meiser Sheni, the Pasuk says, the Tayt like Keser Biyotcho, and bind up the money in your hand. We learned in the Mishnah, with regard to the person who exchanges copper coins of Meiser for a Selah. Bishamai says he may exchange the copper coins for the entire silver Selah. The Mishnah is mashma that the Meiser Sheni mentioned in the Torah can be in the form of copper coins, and it's not required to be in the form of silver coins. So the Gemara explains that the pasuk does not say money. Kesef ha-kesef ha-teira. Money, additional, the service as a riba. In other words, the addition teaches that the Meiser Sheni money can be in any coin, including copper coins. So we're asked about Hekdesh, for we know in regards to Hekdesh, the Pasuk says, and he will give the money and he will be assured to him. Where Shmuel says, Hekdesh Shava Mana Shechillah Shava Pruta Mechol, with regards to property which is Hekdesh, worth 100 dinars, which is redeemed for an item worth 1 pruta. It's redeemed. Although the word money is stated that there are copper prutas may be used. Our answer is also not be kesef yellow from Meiser. There are 2 also kesef is worth from Meiser. So we may use any type of coin in this case as well. We're asked what a Kidushin Isha in regards to Kidushin Isha. The Chsiv Gikah Isha Shubala. V'Gomer Kichach Mumistef and Tam Basilim Pudu Shava Pruta. Emed Avasi Demek B'Shamai. Is this to say that B'Shamai that Avasi was like B'Shamai? Aliyit Marachit Maramli the Damarasi. Any set amount money stated in the Torah when a specific amount is mentioned is referring to Kesef Tzedi. So the name is Kesef Medina, where it says Maika Mashmalan. If so, what is the Ras teaching us? It says the payment of 5 selah for let's say a pikin abeh, or the payment of 30 selah for a slave, paid by the owner of the ox that killed the slave, 50 selah paid by a Mafata, 100 by a Mitzishemra. So it says all of these are a Shekel HaKedesh B'Manit Tzedi. So all these cases in which a defined amount is mentioned by the Torah have already been taught. So what is the Rasi answer adding? So my answer is V'shal Divreim Kesef Medina and V'shal Divreim Kesef Medina Yitzchachilei. And it's necessary for the Rasi to teach Kesef Medina. The late the Tanya, we learn it together, Chaveri. If a person strikes another friend of and a person hits another person, which is an act of disrespect, so the halacha is they say he has to give a selah. They tell me my selah arba zuzi, and my selah pagi zuzi. Now Rasi is teaching us that one should not say what is the meaning of 1 selah is 4 dinars. Rather, what is the meaning of 1 selah is pagi zuzi, is a half a dinner. Davidi inchi the kor the falga the zuzi is 3, as people commonly call a half a dinner by the name of yesterday. Shimon Lavish, Amer Shimon Lavish, Tamai the Bishamay. The reason of Bishamay is Kichiska. The Chiska is the Chiska Makar the Pasuk Vahoftam Lamish and Megorah Pitini Vietza. Pasuk says, and then he shall let her be redeemed, which teaches us that she can deduct an amount for the price of her redemption and leave before her time of slavery is complete. If she comes into possession of money, she can pay her master the value less than the work she has performed. Bishamay learns this halachas auxiliary. This from the case of Area is explained below, where it says if you say this, if you say that when she acquired, she was acquired, he gave her at least 1 dinar had the midgard of the pruta. This is the meaning of that she may continuously deduct from the amount of 1 pruta. Aliyam was the pruta. But if you say that he gave her 1 pruta when he purchased her as a pruta migora, can she deduct from 1 pruta? 1 pruta is already the smallest possible amount. Wherever it says not, or perhaps this is what the Torah says. In the case where he gave her 1 dinar, she deducts for the amount of 1 up to 1 pruta. In the case where he gave her 1 pruta, then she cannot deduct at all. If he paid 1 pruta for her, the option of her redemption does not apply. So the Gemara says, Leisol Kodaitach. Why? We cannot think this. Why? Because Dumi Diyo, there has to be similar to designation. The process of which the master designates his Ami Ivri as a wife for him or his son. Just as is with the designation, although the halacha is that if he desires, he may designate her. If he does not desire, he does not require to designate her. And that he's not required to designate her. Nevertheless, anywhere where that he cannot designate, in a case where they are related, and she's therefore forbidden to him, her sale is not a valid sale. So to her sale is not a valid sale. So to her, with regard to her redemption, anywhere where she cannot deduct an amount from her purchase price, her sale is not a valid sale.